Yo, welcome back to the channel. Today I am test riding the phenomenal Yamaha R9. Absolute weapon of a sports bike. See you again when we get back on the road. So after being on the bike for about half an hour, I've got to say the ergonomics are great. Despite its look being a super sport, race-ready bike, the reach to the handlebars isn't too full on. The seat's pretty comfy, got plenty of room, plenty of leg room, surprisingly. You could get it even more aggressive if you wanted to change the rear sets. But in terms of comfortability and everyday riding on the street, it's great. Yeah, and compared to the R7, heaps more room on this. The 890cc CP3 engine, which is in this bad boy, is obviously from the MT09 platform, just that the gear ratio has been changed and the ECU. So on the track, this thing would be an absolute weapon. I won't have the chance to ride it on there, but for a street review, oh my gosh, it's got plenty of guts for the street. So many different power modes. There's 4 levels for that power mode delivery, and with the IMU, it's just so high tech. All of the rider aids that are available, I think you've got from memory is lean angle sensitive traction control. There's slide control, lift control, which detects your front wheel lift. I think it's got lean sensitive brake control. It's got engine brake management as well, which allows adjustment engine braking to suit your preference. There's launch control, which sounds absolutely sick for the track. So you can dial in your race starts when launching and accelerating from a standstill. So yeah, so much tech on this bike. Wouldn't know where to start with it, but phenomenal in terms of giving everyone options on the road or on the track for sure. So many good things to talk about with this bike. By far one of my favorites is the quick shifter. Bi-directional upshifts are buttery smooth, haven't hit a false neutral yet. The auto blipper is just sick, so much fun to ride. It's probably the 3rd bike I've ridden now with one, and this is by far the best quick shifter I've used. The cruise control, just phenomenal. Pretty sure you can set it from, I think, using 3rd gear and up. Obviously cancels out when you touch any brake or the clutch or the throttle. Now in terms of the chassis and suspension, apparently this has got the lightest aluminium frame that's ever been offered on a Yami. In particular, as any super sport model that is. So the handling, it's so flickable. For a bigger bike, I was expecting it to be obviously a bit heavier than what I'm used to riding, but going through the twisties and just moving around on the bike in general actually feels really light and easy. KYB suspension with the front forks that are fully adjustable. Includes, you know, adjustability of the preload, compression, rebound dampening. I think that's for the rear shock as well, it's the same. But this hasn't been set up, so I'm just riding this completely stock from the store. I'm guessing once it's dialed in, it'd handle even better. The last piece of the puzzle, I guess, are the brakes and the premium Brembo calipers and radial master cylinder on this R9. Just provide phenomenal stopping power and control. On the track, it's definitely enough. On the street, it's overkill, but that's what you want. It's a safety feature in a way. That stopping power is just insane. So if you're here in Sydney and you're after an R9, definitely head down to Troopaloo's. They should have one of these models on display for you to test ride. I can't thank them enough for letting me test ride this bike today. It's probably one of the meanest sports bikes I've ever ridden. And unfortunately, I've got to give it back. But that said, I've had an absolute blast with it today. Thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.